Alright, so we are going to go over a couple of different problems here, and they're basically about the same problem, but they're slightly different, so we're just going to go through them. If there are 100 seashells at the seashore and Jenny found 23, how can we represent the number of seashells that Jenny found? So what this means is that the 100 is basically representative of the whole. So really, if there's 100 and then Jenny found 23, that just means that Jenny found 23 hundredths of the whole. So the way to represent this would just be to do 23 hundredths, right? This is the decimal right here. Now, I'm going to put it in expanded form as well. So there are actually multiple ways to do expanded form for decimals, and I'll just show you them here. So it would be 0.2, which is 2/10 plus 3 hundredths. Okay, so that would equal 23 hundredths. We can also do, we can also do 2 times 1/10, which would equal 2/10, obviously, plus 3 times 1/100th. Now, another thing we can do, since we can represent these decimals in fractions, we could actually do 2 times 1/10 as a fraction plus 2 times, it would be 3 times 1/100th. Okay, I know that's not the, let's just, okay. So that is how we express it in the 3 ways to express it in expanded form. Okay, now in this case, if there are 1,000 seashells at the seashore and Jenny found 23, how can we represent the number of seashells that Jenny found? So now all we're doing is, since there are 1,000, we need to just put 23, how many she found, in the thousands. So we're going to write 23 thousandths. Now to write 23 thousandths, we have to put 0 and then the decimal, and then for thousandths, we have to put a 0 in the tenths column, and then the 23, the 2 goes in the hundredths and the 3 goes in the thousandths. And I know that that's 23 thousandths because you always say the number that's here and then you say the place value of the last number after the decimal, right? So if it was 4 thousandths, right, let's just say that for a second that she found 4 out of 1,000, it would be 0 and then, that was almost 4 hundredths, so it would be 4 thousandths. Okay? Now if it was, let's just say it was 230, okay, out of 1,000, that would actually be 230 thousandths, which would actually be the same as 23 hundredths, because if you add zeros, it doesn't change the value after the decimal, that is. Right? I could keep adding zeros and the value never changes. So for this one, it would just be 23 thousandths because there's 1,000 shells. She found 23 of them, so it's just 23 thousandths. Now, if there are 10 seashells at the seashore and Jenny found 2, how can we represent the number of seashells that Jenny found? So it just becomes 2 tenths, right? The whole amount is becomes like the tenths, and in this case it would be thousands, in this case it would be hundredths. So tenths, and she found 2 out of 10, so it would just be 2 tenths. Okay? And obviously we can write it in expanded form like this. So in this one, 2 tenths you can't really write in expanded form, but for this one, 23 thousandths, it would be 2 100ths plus 3 thousandths. And then we could also split it up like 2 times 100ths like this, and then 3 times 1,000th like that. So we could split it up like that as well. So hopefully this this cleared a few things up for you guys.